Hello students, welcome to our today's online session. Hope all are fine. Today we can discuss a prose from our textbook. Last week we were discussing a poem. Today we are going to discuss a prose, the Browning version in your main reader. So it's a story of a boy like you people of a 16 age. There are 4 characters in this story: Taplow, Frank, Mr. Crocker Harris, who doesn't appear in the story physically, and his wife Millie Crocker Harris. So Frank and Crocker Harris are 2 teachers, and Taplow is a student who wanted to study science in his next level, and Millie, who appears towards the end of the story. Now take your textbook, be with me. Look at the chapter while I explain the chapter. So, the Browning version. This is a play whose first scene is set in a school. In the opening, we will be able to see a 16-year-old boy, Taplow, and a teacher, not his teacher, a teacher named Frank. And our Taplow has come to do some extra work for his teacher, Mr. Crocker Harris. Moreover, he has to wait for him as he still has to arrive. Mr. Crocker Harris still has to arrive. So, in between this time, when he is waiting for Crocker Harris, our Taplow meets another teacher named Frank. So, the whole chapter is the conversation between Frank and Taplow. During the conversation, Frank gets to know that Taplow is waiting for his result, which is yet to be handed out. The boy, means our Taplow, is keen to specialize in science and hope to get a good result. But Mr. Crocker Harris does not declare the result himself. Instead, he is waiting for the headmaster to declare the result on the last day of the term, because that is the rule, and Mr. Crocker Harris is a person who always sticks to the rules. Other teachers have already declared or informed the students about their result, whether they have passed to the next level or not, but our Crocker Harris has not done it yet. He is waiting for the headmaster to declare the result on the last day of the term. The conversation also delivers the insight of Taplow's mind. He tells Frank how much he likes the play Agamemnon. He confesses that the play is not that bad, but he likes science. Also, he points out that the way Mr. Harris teaches it is terrible. So, it's not that he doesn't like literature, he likes literature, but he likes science more, and the way his literature, the teacher teaches, is also terrible. So, he wanted to study science in his next level. They have to do extra work as he missed a class a week ago. Suddenly, Frank remarks that Taplow will get his remove for doing extra work. Remove means his grade to the next level. However, Taplow feels different as he is not like other teachers. Mr. Crocker Harris is not like other teachers. He will not give extra marks. Instead, he will bring down his grades. He doesn't appreciate the extra work of the student. Crocker Harris doesn't appreciate the extra work of the students. This is our Taplow's opinion about his teacher. As per Taplow, Mr. Harris is different from other teachers. He is strict and inhuman. Moreover, he doesn't tell them their results before judgment day, just like other teachers. When Taplow asks about his remove, Crocker Harris says that it is exactly what it deserves. No less and certainly no more. So, when this conversation goes in between Taplow and our other teacher, Frank, Taplow mimics how Crocker Harris tells this. He makes it sound like Crocker Harris and mimics just like he said. No less, certainly no more. So whatever you deserve, you are going to get. I am not going to give anything less or more. So this is what he used to say, Crocker Harris used to say when students asked about their grades, about their removes. Frank pointed out that Crocker Harris is 10 minutes late and Taplow has a chance to leave and play golf because his teacher has not reached yet. But Taplow looks shocked at this suggestion as he thinks that Mr. Crocker Harris might follow him home. He is such a teacher who will follow him to his home and will give punishments from there. So he was shocked on such a suggestion. And Frank becomes jealous. He envies Mr. Harris, Crocker Harris, for the influence he has on his students. When Frank asks Taplow that if Mr. Harris beats them, Taplow replies that he is not a sadist. That means he likes his teacher. Even though he has different opinion about his teacher, he likes his teacher because he says that his teacher is not a sadist. When Frank asked him whether his teacher used to beat him, he says that his teacher, Crocker Harris, is not a sadist and he is not a person who would beat students and vent his frustration. So he has a good opinion about his teacher. It's not that he hates his teacher, he likes his teacher. But he thinks that his teacher is different from all other teachers of his school. In spite of all this, he likes Mr. Harris and narrates an incident when he laughs at the classical joke that Mr. Harris made at the class, although he didn't get it. So he shares something with Frank. He says that Mr. Crocker Harris, it's an example for him to say that he likes Crocker Harris. Crocker Harris cracked a joke in the class in German. No one laughed, but this boy doesn't want to belittle his teacher. So he laughed, even though he didn't understand anything. Then Crocker Harris appreciated him by saying that these people didn't understand what I said. What can you do? You can explain. You were laughing. That means you are good in the language. You can explain the same thing to the class. So Taplow wanted to help his teacher by laughing to his joke, even though he didn't understand. This is what he got from his teacher. After that, after some time, someone opens the doors and enters into the room, and it happens to be Crocker Harris' wife, Millie Crocker Harris, Mrs. Harris. She enters the room. She suggests Taplow run away for a quarter of an hour and come back because they are not expecting Crocker Harris at that moment in there. As Mr. Harris has been at Bursar's and may take quite a time. So she is telling, you may leave now, you can come after an hour, quarter of an hour. Mrs. Harris' behavior puzzles Taplow. Taplow is not willing to leave as he does not want to disobey the teacher whom he fears. When Millie assures Taplow that she will take the blame and propose an excuse for his absence. Millie hands Taplow a prescriptions and asks him to take it to a chemist to a medical store and get it for Harris. So Taplow accepts the proposal and leaves Frank and Mrs. Harris behind. And this is our story. So the story is about a schoolboy, a 16-year schoolboy named Taplow, who is waiting for his teacher to do the extra work which he got as part of not attending the class a week ago. So his teacher is late for 10 minutes. In between he meets Frank, and the whole chapter is the discussion between Frank and this student named Taplow. In the end, our Crocker Harris, the teacher's wife, Millie Crocker Harris, reaches there and asks him to go and buy something for this teacher from the chemist. And this is how our chapter ends. So the chapter is about Taplow's opinion of his teacher, how much he likes his teacher, whether he has a different opinion about his teacher, and how could a student mimic his teacher. The way he mimics the teacher itself shows that he likes his teacher. So this is our chapter, the Brownie version. Now read the textbook thoroughly, download the notes Attend the test today itself. Till we meet in our next session. Take care. Bye bye.